Language of the Universe. Artifact versus Indigenous. Title Fight. Round 20. By String Jockey. An interesting fact about numbers is that they are artifacts, just as religious scriptures and Bibles are, and not something discovered to be indigenous to this place, called the universe. Some physicists, many of them plagued with religious delusions, not suitable to be physicists, as science is a way of thinking, with no room for delusional minds, might say they are the language of the universe. Which is not true at all. Music would be the natural language of the universe, if anything, since music is a vibration and vibrations are in fact indigenous to at least this part of the universe. I find it absolutely shocking that a physicist or cosmologist would concede to numbers which are nothing more and at best the language used for compact description of an order. Language of the universe. I think we can do better than that. How about a fantasia in C minor? As the leading linguistic genius of all time, in the language of the universe, Mozart's vibrant music, rich with complex embellishments, resonates with the quantum signature of the universe with natural string vibrations. Yes, pianos have strings too. Mozart's creative brain worked harmoniously with the natural realm of the universe, and perhaps his very neural network was evolved to resonate at frequencies near what may be called an extraterrestrial level, or simply the asymptote of the human species' genetic potential. Applying the fact that vibrations were discovered as indigenous, and a fundamental basis of the universe, as all matter is in frequencies of molecular vibration, it could be argued and perhaps won, that it was not Sir Isaac Newton's brain to have had the most abundant neurons to walk this gravitized ball of shit called a planet, but Mozart's father Leopold Mozart, who created his son to be the genius he was, in an effort to show an example to a book he was writing, titled something like, How to Raise Your Child to Be a Genius. Although Newton did make some remarkable discoveries in the world of physics, that is all they were. Observations already present and waiting to be found by anyone who had their eyes open. In fact, as the story goes, one of them, an apple, hit him in the head to make him realize one of the most obvious laws of physics, gravity. While Mozart was exceptionally creative, Newton was merely looking under rocks, and as we all know, genius is in creativity, not in turning over rocks. In acknowledging Newton's development of calculus, the mechanics of the natural world can only be perceived with axioms that humans can comprehend, although a distant extraterrestrial who can't see naturally into the composition of matter would see something as being more than just one, and the concept of one very well might not even exist in their mathematical axioms. Physics is a formulated artifact, constructed to better understand the mechanics of the natural world and has no real ground to stand on against the raw power of creativity, as it is mostly a tool to better understand creativity itself. Question: is the universe a creative process driven by frequencies of molecular vibration? In the end, all of your glorified physicists are at the bottom of the totem pole as mere mechanics of a machine-like universe that runs its software in the form of vibrations, and as we all know, software is where the brains and neurons of any machine resides. I'd like to add a roundhouse kick to Lawrence Krauss's Something from Nothing. It couldn't be more laughable if he tried to make it comical. Could it be any more religious? To appeal to his Jewish faith, I'm absolutely convinced Krauss is trying to imply something as ridiculous as "you spoke, and the universe came into existence." If you are looking for a sound rational explanation to this, then Quentin Smith, professor of philosophy, answers this question very well in an interview called "Why is there something rather than nothing?" How does this something called the universe exist? It is caused to exist by the previous something. Nobody has so far been able to claim to know, with verifiable truth, what the something was, other than getting ridiculously religious about it, alliteration intended. You simply can't get something from nothing. If it is nothing, then it is nothing with nothing to produce a something, resulting in nothing. 0 plus 0 equals 0 period. Full stop. I find it absolutely incredible that a paid physicist fails at simple arithmetic. Indigenous wins. By the very cosmic vibration that created the frequencies of molecular vibration, that gave rise to the creatures that thought up mathematical axioms, which are psychologically specialized to the species that creates them. You can't find an actual number anywhere in the universe, besides, as an abstract idea in your mind that acts as a logical way of thinking. I believe this conversation is over. I think I hear Jupiter calling me away on the cosmic telephone called Mozart Symphony No. 41 in C major. Goodbye.